Hey guys, welcome back to Joe Plays Games, and this is me, Joey, and today we're here to review Shang-Chi. And told you guys a couple days ago when I finally uploaded that old podcast that this video is coming. So I've seen it twice, and the first night I saw it opening night Thursday with the fam. We enjoyed it, we had a good time, and then went back the day afterward to go see it with Ronnie. I was gonna wait till tomorrow to do a thing with Ronnie, but we may just do like a little post-credit scene breakdown with me, Nick, and Ronnie tomorrow, if we find some time. If not, we'll do a post-credit scene or a news video tomorrow. Just want to get some short stuff out, especially because considering how well this movie's doing, tomorrow we'll have final numbers on the Labor Day weekend from Thursday till Monday, and it's already affecting the movie world as we know it, considering Venom 2 pushed its date up to October 1st from its October 15th recently moved date. So let's get right into it. What can I say about this movie? I want to start with this cast of characters we're introduced. We're introduced to Shang-Chi. We're introduced to Katie. We're introduced to Sean's family and Katie's family and all these characters and their place in the larger MCU. And man, is this movie fun. And it cannot be understated how fun this movie is. Both times I'm sitting there and I'm enjoying it. The action scenes are great. The chemistry between all the characters really works on all levels. Just phenomenal acting all around. Script's well written. I really, really appreciated how Ronnie and I were talking about it after we watched it, and how this feels more mythological than Thor, and I didn't know that you could do that. I wasn't sure you could somehow take a movie that is actually about gods and you could somehow top it and make it more mythological and fantastical. And this movie does it. Because originally, before the movie even started, he was like, I think Eternals is going to be that. And I'm like, just you wait and see. And this movie does it. And it's superb because it introduces the dragons, and it's fun. I don't think I'm going to get into spoilers here. A whole lot, unless you consider dragons a spoiler. But dragons is in the trailer. So, spoilers, I throw the concept out the window in about 2 minutes and start listing spoilers. Also, as I'm listening to this, I forgot that I totally brain farted and didn't mention Tony Leung is top tier MCU villain, up there with Killmonger and Thanos and Loki. But back to the video. I'm gonna try to just stay spoiler free. Probably in an episode of the podcast or whatever, we'll get into some spoilers and stuff. Anything that's not featured in trailers, I will probably try to stay away from. I enjoyed its connections to the larger MCU. I enjoyed Wong and Abomination's scene that we see from the second trailer. The family dynamic between Shang, his sister, and their father, and the role their mother plays at large on the film in general. Superb family dynamics. I think that's where the MCU succeeds in a lot of times, with creating these family workings in a not so situational family, but this is actually a family, and they do a really good job. It's like the Avengers create their own family. We got Tony Stark and his family problems, Thor with his family problems, Cap trying to find his place in the world without a family, making it with you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this movie works on all levels. Fight choreography, especially this bus scene that you guys are seeing now on screen, is absolutely phenomenal. Some of the best fight choreography in all of the MCU. There's another scene later in the movie that you can see in the trailer where they're fighting on the side of a building in Macau, and that's superb. Just absolutely awesome. Soundtrack's really good. I mean, I don't know what more to say. This movie's great. Go see it. It's doing really well so far, and obviously it's having an impact on the box office because it broke the Labor Day weekend record here in America. It's the highest grossing Labor Day weekend of all time, and that's before COVID. It's outdoing some of the MCU numbers before COVID as well. It's the second highest grossing movie during COVID. Black Widow is the only one to top it. It beat F9 during COVID and Quiet Place Part 2, which both had really good legs on them worldwide and locally. So very good very good hopings for it. And let's get to a little bit more spoiler things. I decided to chalk that. I just want to talk about kind of how it reworks the Mandarin from Iron Man 3, and I think it's keeping of Trevor Slattery in the movie and his role in the movie, but also it very blatantly talks about an American taking this idea and makes a joke out of it, and it's awesome. It's really, really well done, and this is what I've looked forward to ever since we started getting the shows, of just how they treat these events. Now that we're getting to the point where this is starting to feel more like a comic book, where you've got so much stuff to go reference back to. And one of the things that why Endgame is so special is because it referenced back to all these things. And now this movie gets the chance to, this movie and everything else going forward has the chance, because of the MCU's long history, to go back and do that. And it's creating a whole new cast of characters to then have more things to keep this ball rolling. And I can't say it's awesome. This is why the MCU is succeeding so well, and this is why you can catch Ronnie and I on the podcast just complaining all the time about DC and why they haven't earned any of this. But stay away from that. This movie is just chef's kiss. Let's see what else. Morris. Love Morris. I may be getting a Morris plushie because of how cute and adorable Morris is. I didn't think you could top Baby Yoda in cuteness, and I think Morris does. And he doesn't have a face. So that's, again, things that I didn't know were possible are happening in this movie. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and see it. But if you're watching this, I'm sure you've seen it. All right, final score. We're going to do a little tier ranking. We're not going to give it a number. But in between, let me show you a little fun thing that the internet was having fun with this weekend. So if you didn't know, the actor Simu Liu, who plays Shang-Chi, actually did a photo shoot with stock photos, or he did a photo shoot that has now been turned into stock photos, and here he is, and he's about ready to reveal to you my final score for the movie. I'm going to give it an A+. It's top tier MCU filmmaking. I think it's up there with the best solo films. It's up there with Iron Man and Spider-Man Homecoming and Doctor Strange. Really good addition. I walked out of my first viewing and could not wait for more of these characters and their place in the MCU. I loved how they used Wong in this movie, not only for the fight scene, but also for the end credit scene and the lead up to the end credit scene. It's just, this is what I'm looking forward to in the MCU from here on out, is that it's becoming more and more like a comic book, where people are going to pop up and you're going to hear sound cues and music cues, and that's when it's going to hit. And every time I hear a portal open up, and I thought about this after watching the movie, Endgame really solidified the importance of that portal. And now every time you're going to hear a portal open up, there's a smile that's going to pop up. I can feel the goosebumps popping up on my chest right now. I'm thinking about it. So yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. I hope you all enjoyed it as well. Let me know down in the comments your thoughts on Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, where you think it ranks in the MCU at large. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a beat of our coverage on the movie industry, the comic book industry, games industry, whatever we're doing. And thank you guys so very much. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.